All right. So good evening, everyone. Again, great to see you. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. So we are 3 days from the end of the month and heading into July. Next month is SFR month. So that is exciting. I cannot wait for SFR and to see the announcements and what's revealed and what'll be coming for the fall season. On the Together We Scent page today, I did post a sneak peek. If you didn't see it, it is a sneak peek of the fall winter Scentsy catalog that's coming. I don't know, was that an OO Nicole for us, or was that an OO? I think that was a OO gone. Okay. And so there's a sneak peek of the catalog, and I'm so excited about it. They're doing the catalog a little bit differently for the fall winter, so I can't wait for everybody to get a copy of that in their hands. We will see that we'll see that at SFR. And then but we still have 2 months left in the current catalog. So there's all of July, all of August for the catalog that we are in now. And then the new fall winter catalog will begin September 1st. So with 2 months still left to go in this current catalog, an appropriate thing to talk about, among wherever else tonight leads us, is using that catalog as our tool for selling. And I think for those of us that have been around when something new was launching every single week with Scentsy, and we constantly had reasons to reach out to our customers because something new was dropping or launching, we got away a little bit from using the catalog as our main selling tool. And so tonight, I want to remind you that the catalog is your best friend. And how can we, and Robin, maybe you can even speak to this a little bit, but how can we showcase the things that we have in our catalog and use those as items to introduce and entice our customers? And Robin, you said you've been doing a spotlight.
Yeah. So instead of just doing Wax Wednesdays and what are you warming, I've been mixing it up and doing a warmer spotlight or a product spotlight and trying to use in real life pictures. Some of them are other people's, some of them are my own, and not making it real salesy. Just, it's a ceramic warmer. It does that, and that's it. And just kind of getting it out there, because I think people forget the great on trend items we have in the catalog. And Scentsy spends a lot of time and effort figuring out what's on trend. So it's a shame to not showcase that a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And so in conjunction with Robin, we're going to make an album on the Together We Scent page that has spotlight featured featured catalog and available products for you to use as well. So we will get that album created. And Robin, if you want to load some of the things in there, and then we can, for the month of July, really focus on featuring a lot of these products, especially the warmers that maybe we have a ton of beautiful warmers that sometimes get put on the back burner, pun intended, because of things that are constantly launching. Now, we do have a couple things that will be launching in July. I'm sure some of them will be announced on the end of month live in 2 days. And we'll have the link to that posted on Together We Scent as well. But on the 30th, Dan and Lacey will be doing the end of month live, which we always love to see the little Easter eggs that are in those videos of things that are to come. And I know that we have some exciting things coming for the rest of this year. I just don't know exactly when they'll be dropping. And so I as well like to see end of month live, which products they're going to put into the month or the month that's upcoming. How did Lilo and Stitch do for you guys? Okay. Couple sales. Our group numbers did move quite a bit after that launched. And so it seemed to do pretty well group wide for everybody. But even that means even if you had 1 or 2 sales from it, that's still greater than not having it launch. Just was curious if that was a big booster for you, if Lilo and Stitch dropping was a big booster. The fragrance flowers, one of the fragrance flowers in the Lilo and Stitch collection, I know a lot of people have said my customers want that hibiscus flower with that oil, but they're just not so keen on the Stitch or Angel band that is around the fragrance flower. And unofficially, I'll say that I've been seeing the answer to that as being those little paper cupcake, and Robin, you can jump in too.
Well, somebody from Scentsy Home Office said that sticker comes off.
Yeah. And they've been kind of wishy-washy on because of Disney even saying that. And so yeah, that is an option as well. They do come off, but you can also share them in, like, you know how we did for the holiday time, and I know I showed you guys during the holidays those paper cupcake little, I don't have one handy, but I buy them at like Marshall's or Home Goods in like a pack of like 36 of them, and they're just cute and decorative, and the fragrance flower fits perfectly in them, and the cupcake cup comes up almost right to the top of the glass. And so that's an option as well. I do know that we are going to be seeing in the future some more fragrance flower designs, and they're getting kind of creative with the fragrance flowers. And so I'm excited about I was really excited about the hibiscus flowers, and just hearing them say what they went through, what Scentsy went through to get that hibiscus flower perfect with the stem, it's not the stem, the middle part of the hibiscus, that makes it like a definitive hibiscus. Anyways, I'm floundering on my words. But anyhow, a lot of work went into making that hibiscus perfect. And so it really is beautiful. So I was really excited about those fragrance flowers. Okay, so what else?
Can I say something about those flowers? Yeah. I was thinking those would be really cool for a gender reveal. Like if the person having a baby knows if it's a boy or girl, have a party, and then they can watch as it starts. I mean, I know it takes a little while, but how cool would that be?
Yeah, that's a really great idea. That's really fun. And heck, you could, I was trying to think, you could even do that with.
Is the oil clear though?
The oil's colored.
Oh, the oil's, okay,
The
never
oil's
mind.
colored, so all
Darn, that
they
would have been a
to do
good
is
idea.
just open it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just burst my bubble. I'm just kidding.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but
though,
they could have that in the box or something and then just pull it up.
It's still cute.
Like it wasn't as obvious in the pictures. Debbie, it wasn't as obvious in the pictures as it was for the Valentine's one, which is probably why you were like, oh, it's clear. Because I had to think about it. I'm like, wait a minute, is the oil clear?
I mean, if a consultant really wanted to go above and beyond, he or she could like cover the whole flower, and like, you know how like sometimes the doctor will put it on a piece of paper and then they give it to the baker and the couple doesn't even know. Give it to the Scentsy consultant and they can give you a flower. That'd be kind of fun.
It's cute.
It seems like a lot of work, but it would be cool.
Hey.
Or do it as favors.
Did you see how Rachel Penn shared them in like the little votive cups?
To hide it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was I just going to say? Okay, so I think that it's important that we talk about, now that we are just a couple days away from July. That's not to say that June is over. June is not over. And I know the last couple days of the month, that's when orders get closed and party orders get closed and more orders do come in. So I don't want you to take your focus off of the last couple of days of June, but going into July, because the next time that we talk, it will be July. What are you doing to set yourself up for success in July, especially if you thought that June was a slower month for you, to not have that same slow feeling moving into July? So what are you working on to set yourself up for success in July? Anybody schedule their own open house? Anybody schedule their own backyard barbecue or sniff and sip? Or if you don't have any parties on the books for anybody, then what are you doing to generate your own group smelling? July would be perfect for that, right? It's beginning to middle of summer, and kids are out of school, and it's a great time to get people together. Janie, you raising your hand, or yes, you scheduled?
Yeah. I'm doing, I mentioned it, I think a couple weeks ago, I'm doing a men's bingo in July, where all the ladies, my customers, invite your husbands, they play, Dan's calling, we're gonna have burgers and brats, and all the women are gonna go home with the package.
That's awesome. That's creative and that's fun. I love that idea. For me, now that my daughter and my son are both taking gymnastics twice a week, and I have found that there are a ton of moms that sit in the little waiting room in front of the window to watch their kids at gymnastics. And so I am going to be traveling with my mobile office with my scent testers, and I will be spreading them out and organizing and alphabetizing them while I sit around all of these other women while they watch their kids at gymnastics. And I'm like, yes, this feels like what I did when I was growing my business. I've told you guys, like when I used to go sit at Panera Bread by the soda machine and set my testers out on the table and just sniff and make it look like I was very busy sorting lip glosses, right? Because that's what everybody thinks those testers are. But I'm actually really excited to take work with me while my kids are at gymnastics, because I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours. So I instead of scrolling Facebook or TikTok, I could be actually creating some buzz and getting some people to smell some scents. And so I will, as accountability, I will let you guys know how that works. But that's one of the things in my thinking about, okay, how am I going to meet new people? How am I going to generate some new customers? What am I doing to create those situations? Because I have realized, and I know this, we all know this, right? If I'm not doing anything to do those things, I cannot have the expectation that those things are going to come my way. And so what am I doing to generate the opportunities for myself? I have to. I mean, I literally said to myself the other day, if I have to be meeting new people. I have to. I cannot continue to dip my foot in the same pool of customers or the same couple people that I've been selling to. I can't. I need new customers. I need new contacts. I need new people to sell to. I need new people to follow up with. I need new people as an opportunity to host for me. And so that is one of my ways and how I'm meeting new customers. Anybody else have a story of how you are doing something similar to that, or how you are meeting new people?
I want to try. I cannot get anybody to book parties.
Okay.
My friends that get on. I mean, a lot of the people that are in my group are friends.
Yeah.
So they all like to go to lunch. And I would love to go somewhere where we could get a big table and do our lunch and make us a Scentsy sniff lunch out of it.
That would be
fantastic. Everybody around you too. I mean, when you get a bunch of girls together and you're talking and giggling, people notice that.
Yes, they do.
It's worth a shot.
Yes. Okay, so are you going to do that? Are you going to schedule?
Yeah, I want to do that in July.
Okay.
Right now, I mean, it's too close to try and do anything, but I want to set up and get everybody together where we used to do lunches a lot. Yeah. We're a group of us girls I even went to high school with.
Yeah.
And when some of them are in town, we get together. But there's other girls that we've known that we haven't gotten together in a long time. Well, COVID put a damper on that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So now it's time to get back to, and the girls that work for the schools, they're done. The buses, all that, they can go.
Yeah.
Set it up at a place. I mean, we have an old George's down the road from us that's got a section with the big tables.
Okay,
you know,
so
it's
that's
kind of back, but it's still open. They can hear us.
I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to scheduling your July
lunch.
I
set the date.
Yes, that's awesome. Great job.
Different. It's something different.
Yeah, and it's social. Remember, people like getting together when it's social, it's fun, it's catching up. And
Right.
a lot of the time, it just takes somebody taking the initiative to set it up.
Well, it's almost like tricking them into coming to a Scentsy party because they want to go to lunch
Yeah.
and sit and catch up.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take advantage of it and do it.
Absolutely. That's great. Who else? What are you going to do for July?
I have my first, I'm going to Panera to sit and work tomorrow after work. So we'll see how it goes.
I can't wait to hear about it. Nothing happens if nothing happens.
Okay, so
Thank you.
I am doing a CMU alumni takeover weekend in a few weeks. We did it last year, and I like had a basket of room sprays, and I just put, you know, free, and I just left them out in the hall. We're doing a door decorating contest, so I volunteered to donate all Scentsy prizes to the people, because at least it'll get my name out there.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
I'm doing that too for a really big, like poker run, like with the bikers. And it's for wounded veterans. It's a guy I raced with. He served in the military. He retired. And it's this big thing. He said that like last year they raised like almost $400,000. So I'm going to do a couple baskets. I did like the service and sacrifice warmer, different things like that. And then he wants a stack of my cards to also sit beside it. And he was like, you know, these people are there like to mingle and hang out and raise money and stuff. So I was like, well, I'll do it and see if anything comes from it, you know?
Yeah. That's great. Okay. So those to me, those are opportunities for future business, right? Based on making new contacts. But where are your sales going to come from in July? And I'm not putting anybody on the spot that just spoke. I'm just saying, without going into July with some form of here's where my sales are going to come from, how are we making things happen? Because again, if we're not making them happen and we're waiting for them to happen, we could fall short or not be where we want to be. Debbie.
So I sent a project broadcast out about the Disney warmer for July, and I'm collecting pre-orders for that. And I'm also been better about follow-up. So I've been writing thank you notes to customers and sending them samples of the summer bricks. So I'm trying to get sales that way. And when they smell them, they obviously want them. So
yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing that never underestimate the power of those handwritten notes and the little bit of special attention that you give to people, because I think that people have gotten kind of accustomed to customer service stinking or people not taking the time to show appreciation for others. And so you stand out above all of the other customer service people that come into contact with customers and your friends, even your family, by doing those things. And so I love that you never underestimate the power of giving a little bit of extra attention to people and showing them how much you appreciate them. McCaleb said first in-home party in July, and I love that. Do you want to tell us anything about it?
I've had a customer that's like, she's basically like every month, you know, she buys for me, and she's got a friend that also sells Mary Kay. So they were gonna do like, she wanted to do Mary Kay and Scentsy together, but she couldn't get everything like planned out at the same time. So she just wants to do Scentsy because everyone that she's talked to is like, well, I don't really do Mary Kay anymore. So, you know, we're finally gonna go over to her house to do that.
That's exciting, and I cannot wait to hear how that goes. And even if, I mean, no matter what, that opportunity is an opportunity. You never know what can come from it. And so I'm really excited for you. That's awesome. I'm going to get my neighbors together and have them into the backyard. And it's going to be a sniff and sip. because it now that kids are out of school, all the moms are like, yep, after we put the kids to bed, like, let's hang out. And so I'm totally doing the invite the neighbor girls over, and we're going to sit, catch up, and sniff the scents. There's no reason why any of them shouldn't be having new fragrances in their houses right now. And that's an easy one. That's an easy one. It's just the hardest part is picking the date and getting people to just commit to the date, you know? But it takes the initiative of planning it. And I just keep saying to myself over and over and over, I have to make things happen. I cannot sit and wait for things to happen. Any of the new products that launch or any LTOs that come out, those are bonuses. I can't rely on them to be my sales for the month. I have to figure out where my sales are going to come from, especially because I'll be spending a week in Charlotte. So I already know that I have 1 week that I'm going to be gone out of the month of July. So how am I going to make things happen for July so that I'm not coming up short at the end of the month? Nicole.
So I have already started booking red, white, and bingo parties, which I can share the graphic if anybody wants to also use it. But I thought it was just a fun little play on like red, white, and blue, and 4th of July, Labor Day. You could even use it for that. So just doing like your bingo parties, like Mary Jane does bingo. Lots of fun. I had a bunch of people inquire about them. Some people, once they knew what it was, were like, not right now, but maybe later. So that's in the later pile. But I have a couple other people who are interested, and you can do them in person or virtually. It doesn't matter. Also, it's my birthday month in July, so I'm going to be doing like birthday specials and things like that to play it up. And because I'll be away, like you will be, headed to Charlotte, I'm going to be doing some sort of like play on road, like a road trip special or some kind of adventure kind of thing like that, to kind of get them involved in the process and hype it up and make it exciting. So maybe like an adventure box of some sort, or a road trip box. Those things Robin showed earlier might be good for that, that kind of thing. So getting together packs to take along the drive. You know, that kind of stuff. But those are just 2 extra things that I'll be implementing this month to kind of gain different excitement into the current catalog and offerings.
Yeah, I love that. And just a reminder, and this may seem basic to some of you, but just a reminder on how important it is to make sure that your product is labeled when it is leaving your hands, even if it is going to somebody who is a good customer of yours and you're like, oh, they know how to get a hold of me. It's really not that big of a deal if I label this wax, or I'm not going to waste labels because they know that to reach out to me. But I will tell you, one of my good customers gifted some of her favorite scents that she bought from me to somebody else. And I will tell you that I was maybe a little remiss there for a little bit labeling her products, because I was like, she'll come back to me. And then she's the one who let me know that she gifted a few of the scents that she had gotten from me. And I was like, Melissa, you know better. You know better. I hardly ever have product that leaves my hands that doesn't have labels on it. But sure enough, those few times when it didn't, because I was like, oh, she's my customer. She knows my number, and she knows she'll get in touch with me. She actually gifted some of those. And so I'm fortunate enough that when her friend wanted to actually place an order for herself, she told my customer, and my customer reached out to me. And I was like, but that's what reminded me that I'm like, okay, this is a good reminder. Basic thing. Product never leaves your hands anywhere at any time to anyone, even your own family members, because your family members typically are ones that'll be like, oh, here, my daughter sells this. Take this out of their own, because my mom has done that, out of her own stash, right? And so I'm like, never underestimate the power of your label, because you never know where the product is going to end up. And that includes on the bottom. This is not a warmer, but on the bottom of your warmers, if you're able to put a sticker on the bottom of a warmer. I know that you cannot put a sticker on a mini warmer without it looking funky, but on the bottoms of your warmers, because you never know where those warmers are going to end up. you want people to have your information on those products.
Also, like, I think the clamshells are really important because they go in the trash. Like, people, like, they do see it. You know what I mean? Like, I put my label on the outside of my envelopes with my Spark QR codes because it's like touching hands. So that's why I try to make sure that my label is literally on everything.
Yep. Everything. Just a really good reminder. Also a really good reminder to travel with some light bulbs in your cars, because you just never know when you're going to come across somebody that when they find out you're a Scentsy consultant, that one of the first things I get asked is, do you have a catalog? Ooh, do you have any light bulbs? And so in the back of my car, I have I have catalogs, scent circles. Right now it's things that won't melt. Catalogs, scent circles, each of the sizes of the light bulbs, and my packs, that if I come across somebody or meet somebody for the first time, that I can give them information. All of that, though, always is in exchange for their phone number. I don't hand anything to anybody without getting their phone number in return. I want to make sure that I'm able to add them to my customer list and be able to follow up with them. And I've gotten so much better about that, because I know how valuable a new customer is and a new contact is. And so I've gotten really, really good at not getting in my own way and being necessarily afraid to ask people for that information, because I figure if I'm giving anybody anything, or if I'm talking to them about anything that is Scentsy related, I want their information. I do not want to send them away with the possibility I will never see or hear from them. I want to be able to be in control of the contact. So just a very good reminder to you. What else?
So what what I plan on doing for July is I'm doing an open house, but it's before SFR.
Okay.
Just kind of a, hey, let's touch base, grab all your stuff going into the school season for all the kids. And then we got those pencils in the workstation for the consultant store. So every kid, everybody who's got kids that I know is going to go away with 2 pencils and a little thing of like fruit snacks, or some little snack thing for the kid. And that way, the kids, if they come, are happy, or if not, they'll be happy when mom gets home.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because they're taking it to school, and the teacher's going to go, oh, does your mom sell Scentsy? Well, and then the kid's going to go, I don't know what that is. They'll ask mom, and mom will be like, oh no, but here's my girl.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. I love that.
And then the week of SFR, doing a mystery hostess party. So everybody who orders, however I choose to sort it out, but they get all the free stuff. Because I seem to have problems, like when I do mystery host, saying, okay, great, now you've earned the rewards, but here's how many half offs you get. You know what I mean? Sometimes people are a little like, I'll do the free, but I've already did a big order,
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that half price is a little hard to get rid of, which is fine. I'll use it for invent stock or whatever, scent circles or so. Those are 2 things that I'm floating around. Now, one thing I did, because like, as we all have way too many bars of sample wax, I made a little sticker last year to put on my bars, and it's got my little B logo, and it says, oops, I'm pre-loved, but I still have a lot of scent in me to give. And I was putting those on my bars to just drop into customers' orders. Well, I've got a little relaxed, just like everybody else. And I had Bring Back My Bar. I had Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, they were stacking up. So I took them to work, all the ones that I didn't want. And I just stuck them out on the break room desk. I'm like, hey guys, there's free wax in the back room. And I did it in a day that dermatology was in our office. So that got bars back to our main clinic, where I don't see those people.
Yeah, nice.
So hopefully that will tie back. but we'll see. And otherwise, I was just going to trash the wax, or it just gets icky here, you know?
Yeah.
So either way, it's not a loss.
Very cool.
But yeah, those are the couple things we're doing, and see what happens. And I'm at 258 of the 500 bars.
Woo. Nice. Great job.
Like 60 pods or something.
And remember,
So,
this is Melissa's own challenge. This is separate from the incentive of the 100 bars and 25 pods. This is her own challenge that she did for herself. So great job.
So we're working on it.
Good.
Yeah.
Janie.
I have another thing that I started doing. Whenever I put in orders that aren't connected to a person's party, so say it's my own, and let's say it's a $500 order, that's $75 in free stuff. So when I get that free stuff, I go through the stuff that I have in my house, and I will go pick out $75 worth of random things. Might be a scent flower or fragrance flower, might be a couple room sprays, a bar of wax, a hand soap, whatever it is. When I get to $75 in free stuff, I put it in a bucket, then I'll go, and I know I can hand that stuff out as a tester. Even if I wanted to do, let's say, take 10 bottles of counter clean, people don't use the counter clean, and gift that to them. It's free to me, so why not gift it to somebody that has not tried that? But when you don't put it aside, you think, geez, this is a $10 item. I just can't afford to keep giving this stuff away. Look at your records. Look at what you did last month in sales that you received those half or your free stuff. And I go just with the free stuff because it's easier just to compute. If I had $1,000 a month, I know I have $150 worth of stuff I can give away if I want. And by doing that, I've gifted somebody a tub of washer whiffs. A tub. That's a $30 value, but they spent $150. I said, here, I want you to try this. If you absolutely don't like it, you can give it back, or you can share it with somebody else.
Yep.
They started ordering it. So it cost me nothing. It's a huge item, but it costs me nothing.
Yep. Thanks, Janie. I love that. Okay, so here's how I'm going to take the call out for tonight. I want to know what your favorite warmer of all time is. What is your favorite warmer of all time? And I know you're not going to have it readily available, most of you, to be able to show. But while you're waiting, maybe you can pull up a picture and show it. But I just want to know what your favorite warmer of all time is. And I'll show you which one mine is to start us off. This is my favorite warmer of all time. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it that I love, but my favorite Scentsy warmer is the Margot warmer with these are like pearls on it. And I don't know why I love it so much, but that is my favorite. That is one that I have it. It's in my kitchen now being used, and I have a backup one just in case that one ever breaks. I don't know why. But anyhow, okay. Who's ready to go next?
I am. Oh, sorry.
All right. Oh, Jack, you're already unmuted. Go. And then Kathy.
Okay. So I'm going to turn it around. It's also in my kitchen. I've got two. I don't know if you guys can see them. Olaf and the castle. Can you see them?
Yes.
Front and center. I have to look at them every day.
I love that. And let's be real. Don't get me wrong. I probably have 50 favorite warmers because yes, the Disney Castle is one of them for me as well. But just when I thought of it and instantly off the top of my head, that Margot warmer came up. Okay, Cassie, I know which one you're going to show. And yep, that's one of my favorites too. Go ahead.
Well, when you said the Margot warmer, that was one of the first warmers I bought before I was a consultant.
Aww.
So, and I think that warmer came with, did that come with My Wish, that one?
I think it did actually.
Yes. So
I love that.
Anywho,
that's awesome.
But, oh, my phone died. Let me get this back up.
The cupcake.
The cupcake warmer is one of my favorites because when I first started, my kids were 3 and 6. So, this hid the wax. So Claire didn't know what was going on. And so I have a picture, and I'd have to dig and try to find it, in our old house, of her standing next to the end table, right next to the cupcake warmer, just kind of like posing and being all cute at like 3.5. So
I love that.
When you said that, I was like, yep. And if I could find that warmer again, because I don't have it anymore, that would be one I would like to get back in the house.
Yes,
someday.
I know, I love that. Okay, who wants to go next? Jody.
Well, obviously, like same thing. I have too many that I love, but meaning wise is the angel wings warmer, because I have mine displayed. I don't know how to turn the camera around. How do I do that? I just have it displayed with my grandma's picture.
Yep.
So that's why I love that one. That's because of that reason.
That is a beautiful warmer, and I knew you were going to say that. I knew that's the one that you were going to say. All right, Nicole.
Okay, so I can't show you the picture, but you've all seen it. My current favorite is probably the castle, for obvious reasons. It's gorgeous. My kids almost knocked it over the other day, and I almost had like a conniption. But for like meaning, the forget-me-not warmer. My grandfather passed away from Alzheimer's, and now my grandmother has dementia. So like that is a warmer that like I won't use. It's like in a box on the shelf because I don't want anything to happen to it, because finding it again will be dang near impossible. But that's just a real special warmer that I really, really love. But like you guys, there's many that I have loved.
And this is the
Scentsy tenure.
This is the forget-me-not warmer that she's talking about. Yep.
That is my favorite too. It's displayed all the time. Remembrance of my mom.
Yeah.
When my kids are older and not throwing balls in the house and all of that, it will be back out. But yeah.
Well, I have a backup just in case for you. I keep looking at it. So just FYI. Okay, who's next? Debbie.
My kids did break my favorite warmer. I don't even know what it's called. It was teal and it had like some brown, almost like sand on the bottom looking. I forgot what it's called, but I'm over it. They threw a ball in the basement. You should have seen their faces when they knew they broke it. So my other favorite one is the
Colorography.
Yeah, I love this. I have it in my classroom, and all of my kids' teachers got these when it was available. It's perfect for elementary school. And then I have a backup one as well if I ever break this one.
You know, I think we should have a teacher warmer year round.
Yes.
And I will let you know that I put on Idea Share recently when I was doing my schools out gifts for the teachers. I put on Idea Share on the workstation that we need to have a schools out for the summer wax collection every year, so that with cool names of them like Yay It's Summer and School's Out and You Survived and whatever. We need a wax collection and even maybe a couple other products to go with it, like they're just named fun that it would be a shoe-in teacher gift if we could have a collection that was branded for teachers.
That would be amazing. Even like a spot collection too, but no apples. Okay. We hate apples.
No, I'm not saying, I didn't say a warmer. I'm just saying like even just schools out for the summer warmer and schools out for the summer warmer and schools out for the summer wax collection. That would be amazing. Okay.
That would be amazing. Cause I spent hundreds of dollars on my kids' teachers. I would get them all that.
Yeah. That'd be
Good
awesome. Okay. KJ.
So mine is only thanks to you.
Piece by piece.
It's the piece by piece autism warmer. I have the one that you gave me, and then somebody else messaged me and was like, "Hey, I found this. Do you want it?" So I have a backup, but it looks like this. So I'm not somebody who has like autism and puzzle pieces all over my house. I think that's subtle. And it just means a lot to me. So that one would probably be like my most meaningful. And then I really like the Sensational Start, that star warmer.
Oh yeah.
I think that that is beautiful, and I love that like you can't buy it.
Yeah.
So those are probably my two favorite.
I have that one on in my office. It's the one that looks like a star going around in a.
Did you put a purple bulb in it?
I didn't.
I was just gonna say that. I have mine up too with the purple bulb.
Do you? Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I love the glow that it gives off. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who else?
I'll show you mine on here because it's the favorite one that I have, but not my most favorite one. But let me see if I can
see what is it. Oh,
it's,
the house.
Yes. And I love it with a blue light.
Yeah, built with love, right? Is it built with love? That is a beautiful warmer. And do you have a green light bulb in it?
It's a blue one.
Blue.
And then my other little houses just have like, I mean, nothing really. There's lights in them, but I don't have them turned on because I got lights through my green around it. And then on one of the roofs, I have this tiny little cardinal.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I just
Wasn't
have
that a
it.
charitable cause warmer?
You know, I don't remember which one it is. I've had it for quite a while.
Yeah, yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yep. Huh.
But that's my favorite.
I love it. Thanks, Vicki.
Thank you.
And let's see, was it Ariella?
Melissa has her hand up.
Vino. Yep. Ariella said the Vino warmer is my favorite. I have this one on all the time and it's in my wine cabinet. I love that. Okay, Melissa, what's yours?
Oh, hold on. I have two, and they're in the front room with the dogs, so I won't be going in there. The cream tulip, because it's on top of our TV stand, and it's a actual lamp, so it puts off enough light. And then the other one is the lace warmer, where they actually burned lace into the clay to get the negative image of it, because it reminds me of my grandma. And then it's kind of also kind of a joke for my mom because she always tried to put me in lace and I never would. I'm like, but the warmer looks awesome in lace.
Yeah. The warmer.
So they're in the other room where the dogs can't get to them, but
and
they are always lit up.
This is the cream tulip.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
really does double as a great lamp and Scentsy warmer. So I love that.
It does. Yep.
Anybody else want to share?
Mine's the Skate the Day warmer. The holiday edition one. Yeah.
The Christmas one with the ice skaters.
Yep.
That one is so cool. I love, love, love our limited edition holiday warmers. I love them. The Christmas tree with the train that went around, the skaters, the snow globe, they really do an amazing job. I love the one that was the fireplace mantle. Like that one with the nutcracker that magnetizes to the mantle. It just makes me so happy. So yes, those are the best. I can't wait to see what this year's is going to be.
I have that one, but my fire stopped moving.
Oh.
But I don't want to dare send it back because I won't necessarily get it back, you know?
Right. Oh, they're so great. Okay. You guys, thank you. It was fun. Thank you for getting on with me tonight. I appreciate you so, so much. Let's finish out June, head into July. Two things. We do have virtual cubicle tomorrow. It will be open tomorrow for more than the hour that it was last week. I apologize if you tried to pop on last week and it ended up being closed. Amy and I were on for the first hour and then I had to go one way, she had to go another way, and I was like, well, okay, that was cubicle for today. So I apologize if you were trying to get in and it wasn't open. Tomorrow it will be open at 10 a.m. Eastern. This is Zoom. It'll be posted on the page tomorrow morning for you to use the link. So we have that tomorrow. And then on the 30th, we have end of month live. That link will be posted on the page as well. And that's what I know. I appreciate you for getting on tonight. It's so good to see your faces as always every week. Okay, you guys have a great evening. Thanks so much.
Thank you. You too.
you guys.
Good night.